What's up, guys? Kind of ran over time on the last video, so I'm going to do a little how-to on this video. Dipping Copenhagen Long Cut straight for all the dippers out there watching this. But this is going to be in the dipping community and in the bike community because it goes with both. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm switching my bike from a geared bike to a single speed bike. Now what that means is that it's pretty much going to be an oversized BMX bike. It's only going to have one gear. It's probably going to be 38/16, which means that there's 38 teeth on the front wheel and 16 teeth on the back wheel. Now, there's two ways you can go about this. You can get a cog, which is pretty much just a gear, kind of like the front one. And if you don't have a free hub, which means that it doesn't spin backwards and forwards by itself, on itself, and that pretty much would mean that you can pedal backwards and you can pedal forwards with just one gear that's fixed. Now, if you don't have that free hub, then you're going to have what's called a fixie or a fixer. People call them fixies, which means that you can hit the back brake, it's coaster brake, hit the pedals backwards, and it'll stop the bike. With that means that you're pretty much going to have like a little kid's bike. You can't stop pedaling. You have to keep pedaling and keep pedaling and keep pedaling, downhill, uphill, on flat land. There's no brakes, you just keep riding. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a free wheel onto it because I don't have the luxury of having a free hub. A free wheel pretty much means that you have, the regular gear with the teeth on it, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21. They pretty much come in various sizes, so I think 20 is the highest. But you can get 9 tooth, you can get 10 tooth, 11, 12, you can get all the way up to 20. All that means is you're going to have more torque, less torque, more speed in the long run. Overall speed in the long run, you're going to start out slow and have a faster speed. That all comes together. You guys can find, it depends on how strong you are, how long you ride, stuff like that. You're riding up hills a lot, you're riding downhill a lot. Anything you guys want to do, that pretty much depends on what your preference is. Me personally, I've been using 16 tooth and a 38 front on my regular mountain bike, so that's what I'm going to set it up to. With that said, you have chain ring on the front, chain ring, crank wheel, chain wheel, whatever you guys want to call it on the front. Now, pretty much what you do on a mountain bike is you take all that whole set off, the whole crank piece, and you take, or just the right side if you have a 3-piece, take off that side, and you take off your chain rings, crank wheel, blah, blah, blah. You take all of them off except for the one that you want to use, and you put that on, and you bolt it up to the arms itself. So you just have one chain ring, chain wheel, blah, blah, blah. You only have one. The back, you take your whole entire gear assembly, gear cluster, whatever you guys want to call it, you take that whole piece off. Now, when you do that, and you want to switch it over, you want to buy something like this. This is called a single speed spacer kit. Now, this website, they have a few. There's more out in the world than just these. Surly makes really good ones. DMR makes good ones. I got Origin 8 single speed hub spacer kit in black. That's just for me because I'm just going to use the same lock ring that's on there. Now they do sell, if this would load, they do sell other ones. Like I said, there's more than just this. There's that one, which is a little pricey, $18, but in the long run, you want to spend $18 or you want to spend like $40, $50 on getting it fixed. I'm going with $20 all day, every day. Okay. This one right here. Now this has spacers in it. This is a Surly. This is a single speed spacer and locking. It's $40, little pricey, but you get the lock ring that goes exactly with it, so it's going to be true. It's going to last long. Surly also makes hubs, which is pretty much where the spokes hold on to, which causes, the whole bike to move. And then they have this one, which is $14, which I thought was cheap and too cheap for my preference. I kind of like to stick to the $20 range, 20 to 40, because you're going to get something that's nice and it's going to last. You can buy that if you guys just want to try it and see if you like what you're doing, if you like the way that it works. Personally, I'm going to go with the $18 kit. Now, for me, shipping from this website, Niagara Cycle Works, shipping from that site for me is $3 for 1 to 5 days. It's about $5 for 1 to 3. 1 to 2 days is $17. So you guys can pick. That's just for me. I'm in PA, so Niagara Falls isn't that far for me. It's not going to take that, It's not going to take that long. It's not going to cost that much. Might be different for wherever you live. I'm not too sure. But just for shits and giggles, say you live up in, we'll do a little thing for you. Say you live in Aliquippa, which I think is 15001. No. 15046. Now, say you live in Crescent Moon area. Depending on where you're at, this is just a zip code that I'm going to see how much the shipping is. Now, it's saying, for me, for this area, it's the same price as I got, which are these. $241, $515, and $615. Those are the prices I got when I put in my area code. When I put in my zip code. So I'm guessing PA, that's like a flat rate price for PA. Do something for you. $908.40. So basically, California, I put in a California zip code. It's pretty much the same price for regular. It's $5.95 for 1 to 3, and it's $26.65 for 1 to 2 days. So depending on where you're at in the U.S. is how much it's going to cost, but it's still cheap. I mean, $6 for shipping is still cheap, especially across the U.S. because it's literally across. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. That was my little tutorial and little info video. And that's, check that site out, check out what's going on in there. So that's pretty much it. Keep riding, ride hard, keep dipping and spitting. Ride like you stole it. Mud Dog equals laid. And have a good one.